Confirmed that Donald Trump Jr. met with a man with close ties to the Kremlin. The president's son met Alexander Torshin at an NRA event in May of 2016. Torshin had been trying to set up a meeting with then-candidate Donald Trump, but ended up being introduced to Mr. Trump's son by a third party. For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues. He joins me now from Washington. Hi, Jeff. What more can you tell us about this meeting?
Well, the meeting happened in May of 2016. It was at an NRA event, and according to a source familiar with this encounter, both Torshin and Donald Trump Jr. were at tables at a dinner. A third party comes up and links these two men, introduces them. Now, I'm told by a source who's familiar with the meeting that it was a brief meeting, about 2 to 3 minutes, in which they discussed firearms. According to the source did not recall any sort of discussion about the campaign. But it is significant only in that, Torshin is someone who has ties to the Kremlin. And this is another example where Donald Trump Jr. Is in a meeting or is in an encounter with someone during that period who has ties to the Kremlin. This meeting at this NRA event happened just about 3 weeks before the meeting at Trump Tower on June 9th of 2016. And so that is why it is now important in terms of this overall investigation. Of course, the special counsel looking into whether there was any sort of coordination between the Trump campaign and Russian officials. Now, Donald Trump Jr.'s attorney downplayed the significance of this meeting, and we don't know what happened after the meeting. And so he downplays the importance of this meeting, just saying it was a lot of small talk and it was brief.
Now, Alexander Torshin didn't only want to set up a meeting with Donald Trump Jr. Who else did Torshin reach out to?
Well, we learned about Torshin late last Friday, because the Senate Judiciary Committee earlier last week had sent out a request to Jared Kushner and his attorney asking for more documents. And one thing that the Senate Judiciary Committee was interested in was a, quote, Russian overture for a dinner invite. It turns out that was a series of emails that went through campaign officials and eventually reached Jared Kushner. And an intermediary was trying to set up a meeting between Torshin and then candidate Donald Trump, because according to the email, Torshin wanted to eventually set up a meeting between Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, according to Kushner's attorney, Mr. Kushner passed on the offer, declined the meeting. But still, there was this interaction between a third party and Torshin in this request to the campaign for this meeting with Donald Trump.
And what has been the reaction from the attorney representing Donald Trump Jr. you mentioned there?
Yeah, well, he has said that, this meeting between Trump Jr. and Torshin, it was a lot of small talk. It happened at the NRA convention. You can see the statement on the screen here. They were having dinner. There was small talk for a few minutes, and then they went back to their separate meals. So he downplays the significance of this, but just last week, there was, of course, the revelation that Donald Trump Jr. had been in contact with WikiLeaks from September of 2016. So during the campaign, all the way up to July of this year. And of course, the intelligence community has determined that WikiLeaks, during the campaign at least, was acting on behalf of Russia in releasing all the damaging documents stolen from the DNC.
All right, Jeff Pegues, thank you for that.